Welcome everyone to Neverwinter on PC. My name is Vyerna and today I'm proud to announce a demo version 0.1 of my MOD16 character builder. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you would like to see more information and videos about Neverwinter, hit the subscribe button. So I have been talking about this character builder for a while. I have been announcing it. It's going to come. I'm working hard on this. It's taking a lot of time. There's a lot of calculations in here. And well, here it is. Today I will be releasing what I have so you guys can already check it out, try it out, test it, whatever. As always, I have a readme page with all of my information in here. It also links to the Pocket Wiki where you can find all the information about what to fill in. Also, I would like to give a shout out to Iggy. He's helping me fill in the sheet with information, gear information, and of course we have a change tracker, and a lot is already done, but I have even more to do. Some of the things in the to-do are about calculations, and I am trying to get some information from the developers to help me how HP is calculated, how the stats from companions are transferred, how HP of companions is calculated, how companion stats are calculated. There's a lot of calculations. I prefer not spending the hours trying to figure those things out myself. It will be a lot of work, and I prefer spending the time differently. As I said, I'm trying to get that information from the developers. So let's go to the builder. The builder, as you can see, has a lot of red squares, and the red squares are the one that we have to fill in. There's also these orange squares with black text, and those are the messages of what is not completed yet, what is still to do. As I said, this is a demo build, it's a beta. It is a full working demo, so I did not disable any functionality. You can load and save, and the saves that you make with this builder will still work in upcoming versions. I will make sure of that. So here in this area you see all of the live statistics. If you change values here, those statistics will be live updated. It will state that it's calculating down here because it will take a while. There's a lot of calculations being done when you change something. Let's do that again. So in the bottom here, it will state calculating, and for Dragonborn you don't automatically get stats, but you can pick things here based on your race, etc. If you pick Tiefling, you can pick 1 because you automatically get something else. Instead of filling all of this in, okay, that doesn't work like this then. Let's load a file. Let's load merely 14. As you can see, this works. It fills in all of the sheet, all of the values. So let's go over this. What is in and what is not. So class, of course, is in, race is in, the ability scores based on the race are in. A race also typically gives some extra statistics. We can reset the builder and I can show you guys. So for example, the race, the Dragonborn I think gives some, come on. Yeah, it gives 1500 critical strike, for example. So that's also in. The Paragon does not do much yet, but this will affect the feats in the future. Ability score improvements, of course, are in. The 30 and 60 are added automatically if you added or filled in all of these values before the 30 and the 60. Then you have gear. Gear can be added in. If you fill in some gear, it will show you the slots that belong to that gear. Overload is not in there yet because they're not fixed statistics that you get, more like bonuses in combat for certain enemy types. So I left that out. But for these slots, you can pick enchantments and you can fill in the rank for that enchantment. And those statistics will, of course, be transferred to here. So you can fill in all the weapons. Then we have artifacts. You can fill in your active artifact, for example, the Wheel of Elements, and it will state here in this big square what the active power is for this artifact. You can also add additional artifacts, which will be, of course, the statistics that belong to it are added here. The artifacts in here are also always mythic for now. I might also add in that you can add in different qualities for your artifacts, but for now it's all mythic to keep it a little bit simple. Then we have the boons. The boons, as of now, for example, the HP boon. This is the HP boon, right? Yeah. In game it doesn't work, but here I have 53,257. I can put 5 points in here. And here the boon does work. So there are some differences with the game in that sense, but I am expecting that boon to be fixed. So here everything should work as intended, and all the boons have some comments to see what it actually does. I probably will add that to more of the values that you can fill in, so that things get a little bit easier and more fine-tuned. Anyway, a new tier will unlock once you have enough boons in the previous tier, and so forth. Also, depending on how many points you spend, you will get more and more of the master tier boon, which you can use. The master tier does not do anything yet, but that's also a to-do. So let's fill in some more points. In the top right, you see how many points you still have to spend. So I still have 24. Tier 5 only goes up to 4 points, and you're only allowed to pick 2. So once you pick 2, the red square should go gray. Yes, if you pick another one, it should start complaining, right? Yeah, now it's red again. So this is not allowed, and the sheet will, well, not prevent it from happening, but at least it will notify you if you're not following the rules. Let's see, 3 more. That's 4. So we go to -1. Let's add 3, and then everything is gray, so that means everything is okay. Then the stronghold, you can fill in the ranks of the buildings in the stronghold. So for example, barracks is level 10. That means you have XP bonus perk, the power and incoming healing. Explorer guild, so I think there's a maximum of 4 buildings that can be level 10. So let's say the stable also. And then you can fill in these boons, for example, power, defense, hit points, and utility. We take XP bonus, for example. If you take a boon that's not in the perk list, so for example, yeah, this one we set to 1, rank 1. It means that you only have XP bonus, which means that these two are not. Well, that's weird. Wizard Workshop. Something is off here. I have to look into that. Ah, now it's fixed. Okay, I think I missed that one. Anyway, so the Wizard Workshop contains the hit points boon. I cannot pick that one, so I have to pick something else that is available. For example, incoming healing, and then we're good. It takes account, of course, what level of stronghold buildings you have. So if you have rank 10, you get 8,000 power. If you have a lower rank, you get less power, of course. Then we have the mounts. You can fill in all the mounts here, the mount that you have. And then depending on which one you get, you have certain types of insignias. You can pick your insignia and also the rarity of the insignia. And of course, those stats are also transferred. You can do that for all your mounts. Then we have the equip power, which can be anything that you have. This is not taken along yet. I still have that to do, and then the combat power. If you have a legendary mount, you can pick that one here. Typically it doesn't do anything in statistics, but it's just for completeness in here. Then we have the companion. Companion, you can pick a companion here, of course. For example, Quasit. It will say it's an augment, it's a mystical augment. Bolster is 0% because you have to fill in all your bolster percentages here. So if you have 10% fighters, 11% creatures, 12% invokers, these you have to fill in, and then it will pick which bolster percentage your active companion has. Then you can fill in your rank here. It's not a drop down list yet, and it doesn't do anything yet. And you can fill in the quality of your companion. So if you summon the companion, enhancement is here. It's also not in yet because typically it doesn't add to the stats directly. You can fill in your bondings. Rank 15 will give you 70% per, etc, etc, and you can fill in your companion gear, and the companion gear will actually give your companion also some stats. And these should be at some point transferred to your player, but I don't have that figured out yet. One more thing, the runestones are also not in yet. I did not get to that point yet. Last but not least are the companion powers. These are the let me show you. So these are the equip powers. These types are based on the class that you picked. So if I fill in everything here, these stats are of course in your character, but this is not stats, so this is not transferred. Let's pick some more. There's a lot to fill in. Red cap power. I'm just picking something here. This is not best in slot or something, so don't follow this. And let's pick the water archon. I don't know. A legendary. Alright. So, as I said, these types are based on your class. If your class changes, these also change. And down here another message that the feats and powers still have to be added, as well as what I want to do, a scaling simulator. So you can fill in your build, and in the scaling simulator you can see what your statistics will be in a different area. And I will also add a damage calculator, which will calculate what your damage per skill is based on the statistics filled in this overview. Now you can save this build. It's not complete yet, but you can save it to file. If you click here, it says please fill in the build name. Okay, we have to fill in a name to save it. Let's make it a test build or something, I don't know. If you save it, it will save it as a link, testbuild.cbf. So CBF is the extension of the files that this builder generates, and you can actually share these files. They're less than 3 kilobytes big at the moment. You can easily share that, and then other people can load that build easily. So we can also load a different build here, merely 14 for example. It's pretty quick now, and it will add in all the values. So one more thing, if you change your class, for example, it will remove everything that's based on the class. So gear is based on the class. So a ranger cannot wear the same gear as barbarian. There are some common gear. There is some common gear, but I made it so that all the gear that can be class based will be removed. So the head, arm, body, weapon, offhand, feet, shirt and trousers. These I'm not sure. I think they're not even in the builder anyway. I have some examples. But also these companion powers, because these types will change. So that's also removed if you change the class. Okay, we also have a reset builder, which is quite convenient because often you will want to clear it. You will lose any unsaved data. Are you sure? You can say cancel, or you can say okay, and then we'll clear everything and you can start over again. or you can load another file, whatever you want. It works, I think. So, as you can imagine, this was quite a bit of work. As for the gear, I've added some overviews here, which are actually used by the sheet to see this is the pet gear for which pet gear gives which stats and which slots, etc. This can be used in order to pick what gear you want to put on the pet, because here you don't see anything, you don't see the stats, so it's hard to pick here. So instead of having to pick it in this list box, you can choose here what pet gear you like from this list, and then you can fill it in here. For the normal gear, we also have an overview here of all the gear that I've added. At the moment 134 items. It is not complete yet. There's a lot more gear in the game. Even MOD16 alone, there's a lot of gear. And in this overview you will be able to see what you can pick. And then you can fill it in here. The filters, by the way, should just work. So you should be able to choose gear for your class to filter this a little bit, because otherwise the list is gonna be a little bit big. Anyway, this has become a way too long video for this subject, but I hope you appreciate it. I hope you will be able to test it. I hope you use it. And of course I will be trying to make this thing complete. I will try to get this to version 1.0. If you have any remarks on this video or any suggestions on what to investigate next, feel free to leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next video.